Welcome, Sarat and Geetika. Today we are on this show wherein I'm going to ask a lot of questions about your success stories. And I know for the viewers over here, they are just super excited to know what's your story is all about. So here we have a couple from Bangalore, Sarat and Geetika, the super duper power couple, and I call them as a compatible couple, wherein we are going to listen a lot of about them, how they made their marriage work, how they made their struggling marriage to a thriving one. And today they are an exemplary for all those couples who feel that, marriage is something they cannot just remain happy or harmonious. Here I'm going to take you through an interview wherein you see them, how they made their marriage work, and they're going to empower all of those couples here. Okay, so I heartily welcome both of you. Now, as just a couple of introduction, I would love for you to introduce about yourself, Sarat and Geetika, a quick introduction about you.
Yeah. First of all, thanks for this opportunity, and thanks for uh, inviting us for this interview. And it is a lot for us. Uh, hi, I'm Sarat, and this is Geetika, my better half. And if you would ask us just a year back, right? So we are not sitting like this. I mean, we're staying differently, and now here we are. And yeah, it's a uh, great journey what we had, specifically after meeting with you, after talking with you, a lot of things got changed. And now so I mean, I always feel the compatibility, or the togetherness, right? So it's a journey, so it's not something like, it's not a race like we have achieved it and we are done, right? So it's a journey which we are going to do for rest of our life, right? And
So beautifully said. Yes.
yep, yep. And so we have just started. That's what I believe, and long way to go. uh, so yep.
Sure,
I think.
sure. So, Geetika, I would love to hear from you. Thank you so much, Sarat, for such a wonderful experience that you have shared. And so aptly you said it's just a journey, it's not a destination. And I'm so happy for this fact. And so beautifully you said, the situation was not this. But I'm so proud of you for making it happen for both of you. And that better half word, it just touched my chords. So, Geetika, tell me something about you, dear. How has been your journey of becoming that woman with a vision, because that's what our couple mastery program is all about, right? A woman with a
Yes,
vision and a man with a plan, super duper, they become a compatible couple, right? So Geetika, would love to hear from you, how has been your journey?
yes, ma'am. First of all, good morning, ma'am,
Good morning.
and and Gitika, and I'm so grateful that I joined now with you and with my husband. I'm so grateful. My life is absolutely transformed, and it's for you, ma'am. It's possible for you, and it's possible for us because it's lots of effort. It's not easy. I'm not saying that is easy. It's not easy, but it's not impossible also. Because if you get effort, then it will come result also very nicely. So I'm so grateful to God that we meet to you, and it just happened just for you only. And just it's not easy, but it's not impossible also. The compatible missing that reason is we listening to others. So
Hmm.
nowadays we started to listen calmly and nicely. That is why it's happened.
What a
And
breakthrough. What a breakthrough. So beautifully you said, it's compatibility is not about, about changing or fixing the other person. It's about
yes,
listening the other person with all
yes,
your heart. So beautiful. And Gitika, while you say that, me being the person, I humbly pay that deep gratitude to all those couples and today that you are here, especially to both of you. Had it been not you, if you would not have put in that intention, if you had been not that commitment towards your marriage, this
Yes.
could not have been possible. I was just a
Right.
catalyst in your journey. The entire path, you have laid it, you have paved the way through it, and then you made it happen for yourself, right? So I would love to hear what was your biggest breakthrough up until today? Okay, how long you have been married, both of you, as of today,
6 years, ma'am.
6 years. So in these 6 years, if I have to ask you, share me with what is your top three breakthroughs that you feel, you have gone through personally in your life or as a couple, as your transformational journey, which you feel that has helped you to break all those barriers or all those conflicts, the cyclic, the pattern of toxic or the destructive patterns of conflicts, disagreements, resentment, and whatever negative emotions we all go through in a relationship. Do share with me what are your top three breakthroughs that you have experienced.
Actually, ma'am, I am a very emotional person, but that is also demerits of me, because sometimes we have to practical approach towards life. Every time we not emotional. If we getting emotional too much, it's also going to mess up. So this that is breakthroughs. This is for me. That is so lots
Emotional
of,
maturity.
yes, maturity and understanding also most important things. Mm, so that's
Understanding,
it.
emotional maturity, and listening. You had already shared this. What about you, Sarat? What are your top three, breakthroughs that you have experienced?
Okay, I think like the first breakthrough what I had is like I always think um, about my perspective. How do I react to a situation? How do I handle?
Self-awareness.
Yeah, how do I handle the situation? And that expectation was there from her as well. Like, okay, why can't she's not doing like this to handle
Mm.
the situation? But I forgot that like every person is different, right? The way of dealing a situation is different. So that thing, like I understood um, late. I understand now. So that is one of the biggest breakthrough. I mean, I always thinking, okay, why she is doing like that? But I have
Mm.
to understand she is a different person altogether, right?
That
I cannot
acceptance
expect.
has come. I can't
Yes.
tell you how proud, though this we are going on live, I just can't resist myself to share that deep sense of fulfillment and that proud that you guys make me feel, that I just told you what needs to be done. You guys have made it, implemented it. Because I always say this, doing is knowing is not doing, and doing is not being. You remember in our sessions, I used to say this.
Yes.
So knowing is what you know what you're supposed to do. Doing is when you actually start doing. And then now today I see that my power couple, I always say this, right? I love to own my people. And I say, this is what I can see, that you guys are already into that being state. So if I really have to sum it up, the 6 years, six breakthroughs from individually. For Geetika, it's listening skills, it's her emotional maturity, it's the level of understanding that she has got through. For you, Sarath, it's self-awareness, being aware about your own self, acceptance, and empathetic. Being empathetic towards the other person, understanding, their capability is not mine, because I'm a big believer of this one fact. The number one mistake that we do, or number one communication mistake that we do in a relationship is we give our emotional answers for a logical situation, or we give a logical answers for an emotional situations.
Yeah.
So it's
Yes.
better to deal a emotion with an emotional answer or a
Mhm.
support, a logical situation with a logical support. And once we start doing, emotional maturity and empathy goes hand in hand in that way. Okay, so
Yeah.
nice. Now I would love to ask you one more question. These are your personal breakthroughs, right? While you had your personal breakthroughs, I would love to listen from you. What was your overall impact on your overall life? It could be professional, it could be personal. How have you grown in all the phases or facets of your life? And just because you had your breakthroughs in your relationships, how it has accelerated or impacted your overall life? your other relationship with other people, and other areas of your life?
Yep, I think uh before that, so all the negativity was in the air. We eat, we sleep, we talk with other person,
We
we
can't
communicate.
enjoy, man. We
Yeah.
can't enjoy. We have to enjoy every moment, but we mess it up.
Mm.
Everything. If we went shopping, or if we spent quality time, every time we just uh,
I mean,
disturb our moods, or
yeah.
that's
So it was like too much negativity in the air, and I think like past 4 or 5 months, right? So we had like couple of good trips, and it was awesome. I mean, we
Good
went through the
experience.
Western Ghat, yeah, Mangalore, Udupi, Murdeswar, that trip, and recently we went to Pondy. So we are like what really living our life, really, I mean, enjoying our journey. Uh, we want to spend times with each other,
So you're
not only like
celebrating each other now. So in a
yes,
nutshell, yes, you're
yes,
celebrating for the fact that you have each other now.
yeah.
And what is my understanding as of now, what I could really feel through the session, through this interview, is I can thoroughly see and feel that you guys are feeling lucky already for to have each other, and you are being that catalyst for each other to grow now. You're no more, two different individuals. You're two different individuals, but having a shared vision and growing together and supporting each other to grow. That's the and joy. What a beautiful thing you said, Geetika. Yes, when we are struggling, when we are into hurt and victim or negativity, we miss out the most beautiful thing is celebrating and living in the moment. And I'm so glad that you guys are having. You could reconnect with your own self, and then you are having that joy, right? Okay, I want to ask this third question to you as part of being the relief community. Okay, I just and this question is so crucial for me to understand. You know what, before you enter to relieve, or before you enter to your couple mastery program, um or now that we call, I call all the men who completed, so man with a plan and women with a vision now coming up strong. I would love to ask this question: what was your mindset before entering to the relief community, and now that you are into a very supportive, and you have that system in place, what is that difference you find in you and in your life?
First of all, I want to say that I am very optimistic approach towards life, because that's how attitude you take towards life is most important. If
Yes.
you take positive attitude, it's all around positive. Then if you negative, it's also impact. So that's first I learned this community and from you, ma'am. And it's inner strength, inner quality, that first self aware, self care, self love, because almighty is given uh, much power to us. So power we inside, but we didn't realize that yes, we have also ability. So that's, ma'am.
So nice, so beautifully said, Geetika. And what about you, Sarat? What do you feel, how is it has impacted you?
Yep. I mean, when I thought of joining with the courses, right? So nothing was working between us, and we tried a lot of things. We tried. I mean, it was not working. So I thought of like, okay, let's give it a try. Let's see what Sangeeta ma'am can do. Because we always think, okay, I mean, it's typical Indian mentality. We can think of like, so nobody gives a priority to the mental wellness, you can say.
Yes,
I
yes.
mean, it's a taboo kind of thing, basically, right? Specifically in Indian mentality. And if you'll go and ask with your parents, if you talk with your parents regarding this one also, they'll feel, what is
Yes,
this?
so true.
What is mental well-being? I mean, there is nothing such concept, right? So it's all about you. But when after join with you, after talking, after like couple of session, uh, in fact, like I think after first session itself, like we got to know what I mean. I mean, before enrolling to the courses, I think that first session it was like it's an icebreaker between us. I
Yes.
mean, that's what we feel, and 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 it really helped actually, specifically like the activities or the rituals what you said, right? So I'm kind of like, in fact, like we both are following at least that gratitude journal.
I was
We
about to ask this next question. Out of
yes.
all those challenges and the tools and the strategies that you have done over the 3 months, what would tell me, what are your favorite ones which you are still following? Because the favorite ones just get instilled within us. We don't have to put in that effort because we enjoy doing it. So I'm more interested to know that also. What are
Hmm.
your favorite tools that you are still continuing to do it?
Ma'am, from mine, I just love to meditate.
Hmm.
Just simply sit and meditate. That's chanting or whatever it is, or listening healing musics,
Yeah.
or everyday gratitude journal. That, as you said, so that's very very helpful.
Yes. Yes. And what about you, Sarat?
I'm following like couple of things. Like the first one is the gratitude journal. So I write every day. I mean, at least I try to write
Nice.
every day.
So
Okay.
nice. So nice.
And one other thing I'm still doing is like so whenever like I'm upset, whenever like I'm angry, so I write actually.
So emotional
I
dumping. Yeah.
yes, yes, and I try to write like what is her perspective in that. So if I'm upset with her, right? So see, I'm upset with her, but what is the reasons she talked? I mean, she reacted, or what are the things happened? And what if, like, instead of me, what how she would react?
So
So it's
fabulous.
yeah. So it's like uh, I used to write her perspective on that situation and how. So that gives a positive approach
Compassion that
towards the
allows you
situation.
to, yes, yes, so nice, so true. That allows us to understand the other person's perspective and work on our own limiting beliefs also, right?
Yep.
So
Yep.
nice. Okay, now that I had this fabulous time, talking to both of you, and yeah, this interview gave me much more clarity. Actually, how you are rocking as a power couple. I would love for you to give one or two, whatever you feel like, golden nuggets to all those viewers, those who are watching, as a tip or as a golden tip which you would love to share with others. And what we may have is, let us take three. One, being the man with a plan now, Sarat, I would love to give it to all those men in the viewers, those who are watching. One of the golden tip that you would love to share. And so as for you, Geetika, women with a vision. And then we can just have um, you know, one big hack, one wherein you are sharing that, okay, as a couple, this is what is a golden tip. Yeah, first we'll go with you, Sarah.
Yep. I think this is the problem with most of the men's. Okay, I'll tell you.
You're hitting the nail
And
now. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, and we think like we have figured it out like everything. We can handle everything. We we have done it. I mean, we do have like all the plans and everything. And when things will not go in place, the first one to break is us only. And
Mm.
we never understood that, right? So, I mean, we are much more vulnerable when it comes to emotionally and all, and most of the men will not accept that. So what I feel is like, I mean, when you feel like that, when you think like that, go and so to a mental wellness coach like you, and it really helps. It really helps. And other things is like start communicating better. In a better way with your better half. So it's not always like, so it's not I mean, we usually do. I mean, what I feel is like we usually do like two things. One is expectation. One is like asking them
Mm, mm.
for something, right? So instead of that, some other things like simple things we can go ahead and talk, spend some quality times, have some cup of tea with them, and also you can ask them to prepare one cup of tea.
Yes, yes. So nice.
Yeah.
So rightly said. Yes, I'm sure this is going to help all those men who believe that, they cannot express, they can't go out and share. So rightly said. Now that people, and you aptly nailed it, that you know what, when resources are available, it's just that we need to be ready to show up and ask for help. And you have ample resources in this world now, right? And what a beautiful thing you said, Sarat. I truly want to appreciate that women, it's either, it's majority, either they ask or demand or expect. How about communication can have three levels of communication, wherein you have that expectation and ask section also. That's a very formal communication. The informal communication, having a sip of a coffee or a tea, spending quality time, celebrating each other, having joy, and then some kind of expectations at a, where do you want your relationship to take to a next level, your shared vision, how does your future goal looks like, future life looks like. So nice. So Geetika, what about you? What is that golden tip you would love to give to all those women out there?
Yes, ma'am. I just love to tell that all women are, first of all, be simple yourself, not too complicate, because as we women also complicate sometimes, not
Mm.
men. That's true, and I mean it also, because the things is so simple. Sometimes we get complicated. So first of all, just see the bigger picture, and simple as it is, that we see and do, that's it. And don't too much expectation. If you accept, you have to accept, before we accept, you have to accept that things.
Mm. Mm.
Because if you not accept that things, you also didn't accept.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. And don't too much control your husband. That's first things. Because if you control, then is not get solution. So the better things, you just leave
Give
it
them
as it is.
space. Give them space and freedom to
Give them
themselves.
space. Yes.
Yeah. So beautiful. One last golden tip, my power couple, to all those couples watching this. I want them to just see you as, how the couples from Relieve looks like, the super duper power couples. One golden tip as a couple, if you want to share that.
Yeah. I think
First, express, ma'am, is the first most thing. Express how you feel, how you think. You just express. You didn't imagine that how it will go work. You just
Mm.
simply say,
Communicate and express. Yeah.
communicating, express.
yeah, and reach out to a mental wellness coach, or in fact I'll say reach out to Sangeeta ma'am itself. You are the best.
Thank you
No,
for that honor.
people
I
hesitate basically. Even though we have
We also,
hesitated
yes,
initially before coming
because
to us, so we had a discussion with
that is
among
human
us.
nature,
Yeah.
ma'am. So that hesitation is
more
there.
than the nature, you know what, if I really have to ask each one of them, whoever is watching, including both of you, how much money, effort, and time we have spent on our marriage, on the preparation of the marriage, if you see, right? Forget about the money. If you really have to see the effort, the time, the energy that you have put on, right? Just to get married, on it could be, the cost of our lehengas or saris, the cost of your suits and all that. But if you see the day we get married, what is the, if we start putting that intentional effort of 10% every single day on our marriage, not a single day we will ever regret for being married. The only reason God has brought us into unison, or two individuals into unison, is to bring out the best in each other. But to bring out the best in each other, you need to bring the best of yourself into the relationship, right? So as I always say, that our partners can never make us happy. They can rather make us miserable or sad, depressed, anxious, or anything per se, but they can definitely make us happier. It's our job to make ourselves individually happy, bring out the best self into a relationship, and then see how every single day the marriage just thrives and you are enjoying this moment. And more than that, do you realize what kind of an exemplary or a model you're becoming for your own daughter? Okay, guys, they have a beautiful daughter. How old she is now?
5.
5 years old. So if you see, you are giving a lot of strength, a lot of visibility, and you're becoming exemplary for the children, for their future, for them to believe how does a happy, harmonious couple looks like. And children, as you, if you see, they don't listen what you say, they just model what you show them. And what best way we can show. Okay, so thank you so much for being with me, for spending that time, Sarah, taking out that time from your official commitments, and Geetika, to you as well. And it's my honor, it's my privilege to work to both of you. And you guys make me super duper proud. And I'm looking forward to many couples to see and watch out your videos and get inspired, because you shared not one, not two. It felt like a mini session happening over here. So people, do watch out their interview, their story, and then share your comments. How do you see Geetika and Sarat as a superpower couple? And I will be next week sharing another, I'll be coming with one more power couple wherein they are going to share their success stories. And stay tuned for this. Thank you. Thank you so much for watching out.